Summary and key points. As global threats escalate, the U.S. Air Force is upgrading its fleet of 186 F-22 Raptors to maintain air dominance, but a more pressing problem remains: limited numbers. With China mass-producing the fifth-generation J-20, America's reliance on its shrinking F-22 fleet could prove risky in a future conflict. While a new sixth-generation aircraft may be expensive, restarting the F-22 production line could be a practical solution. The Air Force should not only modernize its existing F-22s but also expand production and consider selling the advanced fighter to close allies to enhance air capabilities and share costs. The Air Force is upgrading its F-22s. It's time to restart the production line. The United States finds itself in the most dynamic global threat environment in 80 years. In many ways, the United States is more dangerous and unstable than it was during the nuclear standoffs of the Cold War. Many countries, all vying for dominance in their part of the world, are rapidly gaining the advantage of the spread of high technology, knowledge, and skills. They believe they can transform the US-led world order. Given America's relative decline and overall weakness in the face of these threats, America's competitors may be right. The grand strategy of deterrence that has been a pillar of US national security since the Cold War is over. The fact that so many competitors have emerged and appear to have no fear of American military capability or resolve suggests that deterrence has long been lost. So now, Washington is scrambling to restore its lost deterrence. What's really needed? One thing the Air Force has done is massively upgrade its fleet of F-22 Raptors. There are currently 186 operational airframes in the Air Force. The Aviationist reported last month that the Air Force signed a $1 billion contract with Raytheon's RTX for new sensors categorized as Group B hardware, along with spares and support equipment. The new sensors installed on the F-22 are intended to expand its air dominance capabilities. The Air Force's problem with the F-22 is twofold. First, it lacks enough of these critical aircraft. Second, because of the first fact, the Air Force has embarked on a campaign to try to retire a large number of these vital aircraft on the grounds that they are too old to be used in combat. But why not? Well, because the Obama administration, in a decidedly short-sighted decision, chose to prematurely cancel the F-22 production line as a way to save money during the Great Recession. Most experts argue that restarting that line would be more expensive than simply building the sixth-generation NGAD program. Of course, this is a ridiculous statement, considering that each NGAD unit can cost upwards of $300 million per aircraft. With Congress balking at the cost of NGAD, and with senior Air Force leaders acknowledging that it is impractical under current budget constraints, the Air Force appears to be changing course on the F-22. They are modernizing this advanced fighter to ensure that it remains relevant. But why not just rebuild the F-22 production line? No matter how advanced the F-22s are, or will become, the fact remains that the number of F-22s is limited. If a major conflict with a peer competitor like China were to erupt, the US would surely rely on its limited number of F-22s to make the difference in any air war with the People's Liberation Army Air Force. However, regardless of whatever technological advantages the F-22 has over its Chinese competitors, such as the fifth-generation Chengdu J-20 Mighty Dragon, the fact remains that China has at least 200 of these fighters ready to fight. Given China's manufacturing prowess, China will be able to build many more J-20s. While the F-22, once destroyed, is gone forever. The F-22 is America's greatest fighter. The Air Force should absolutely upgrade all 186 of its F-22s. But they should also call for the restart of the F-22 production line. Moreover, the Pentagon should insist on, and Congress should approve, sales of F-22s to America's closest allies, such as Britain, Australia, Japan, South Korea and Israel, to help offset the onerous costs of restarting production lines.